Guys, hello, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Geneva. This is Geneva in general, and it is actually kind of cool here on this fine Friday afternoon. Okay, it is currently, let's see, 12:35 p.m. here in New Mexico. Okay, it's like 58, 59 degrees outside, cloudy. Okay, I'm about to go hit the gym in a minute, but I want to do a little video for you guys this very early afternoon. It is no secret, and to many fans' disappointment, to many fans, heartache. Okay, our hearts have been shattered, our tears have been flowing. Okay, when MiLaysia Fulwiley had hit the transfer portal. Okay, right after that UConn Husky championship game loss. Okay, she hit the transfer portal, even though she tried to keep things under wraps. It had became known to pass. Okay, it has been confirmed that she is officially LSU Tiger. Okay, she will be playing down there in Louisiana. Okay, in Baton Rouge under Kim Mulkey. It's crazy because I remember when we had got the news that Ta'Niya Latson had joined the South Carolina Gamecocks, and Dawn Staley had one on Twitter and she tweeted, a birdie just hit the nest. And then somebody was like, trying to be shady. They had directly at her on Twitter. It was like another birdie just left the nest, i.e., it was some rumors brewing that MiLaysia Fulwiley wanted out of South Carolina. Of course, it all was true. But I just want to talk a little bit about MiLaysia Fulwiley. I don't want to say versus, but just the comparison and contrast between her and her game, her style of play, Ta'Niya Latson. Okay, what Ta'Niya Latson could bring to us, as Gamecocks fans. And also, I want to talk a little bit about Dawn Staley's words and how she admires Ta'Niya Latson. So this is what Dawn Staley just had to say about Ta'Niya Latson. She quotes, "Ta'Niya's accomplishments speak for themselves, but the beauty of her game is not just her ability to score. She has another superpower in her ability to set her teammates up to score." And that's huge. That's wonderful in basketball. And that's just a dangerous combination for opposing teams. Ta'Niya is an incredible leader and, more importantly, a fierce competitor. Okay, again, it's already a challenge, okay, women's basketball and sports period in general, but let's just talk about women's basketball on the collegiate level. It's already a, challenge, okay? It's already, difficult to score and score consistently. But when you can also score once for yourself, of course, and you can be a leader and put your teammates in a position to score as well, like you giving them that, them sneaking backdoor passes, you doing great inbound passes. You literally have like this foresight. You are leading them. You have provisions. Okay, you have a vision, just not just visions, but provision for them. Okay, when it comes to them also scoring, again, like Dawn Staley said, you cannot miss. Okay, this woman is not only a leader, she can score. She actually sets her teammates up to score, and she's a fierce competitor. Okay, it's obvious, why Dawn Staley just had to acquire Ta'Niya Latson for the Gamecocks. Now, guys, of course, I got to do some comparison and contrast, okay, between MiLaysia Fulwiley, aka Lay Gon' Lay It In, and Ta'Niya Latson, okay, as it pertains to this past 2024 through 2025 women's collegiate level basketball game statistics, right? This is their average stats. So for MiLaysia Fulwiley, of course, when she was with us down at South Carolina, Columbia, when she was with the Gamecocks, again, she was in the class of sophomore. She stood at 5'10", of course, in her birthplace being Columbia, South Carolina. Now, these were her game averages, okay, for this past season. So she was averaging per game 11.7 points, 2.8 rebounds, 2.0 assists, with a field goal percentage of 42.6%. Okay. Now, MiLaysia Fulwiley, she stands at 5'10", whereas Ta'Niya Latson, on the other hand, she stands at 5'8". So, okay. So once we have lost MiLaysia Fulwiley to the LSU Tigers, okay, go Tigers. I'm a fan of them as well. We have acquired Ta'Niya Latson, okay? She has a overall higher, actually much higher game scoring percentage, okay, when it comes to points. But she is in the class of junior, okay? So again, guys, it's been like, some debates about, Dawn Staley preferring, seniority, okay, when it comes to giving her women on her teams, more playing time, okay? The freshmen and the sophomores, typically, not always, but in general, they tend to have to sit down and just be on the back burner. They got to earn minutes. They got to earn that spot once they hit them junior and senior years. Again, she wants the seniors and the older women on her team to lead the younger ones, right? And that's just how, her system, that's just her preference. So again, Ta'Niya Latson, we just acquired her. She stands at 5'8", also a guard, okay? Again, MiLaysia Fulwiley, she was 5'10". We done lost 2 inches, okay, in my mind. Again, like she is a junior, that's her class. So, perhaps the seniority rule for Dawn Staley will actually work in her favor. Ta'Niya Latson's birthplace happens to be Miami, Florida, okay? She used to play for the Florida State Seminoles, okay? So this is her Florida State Seminoles 2024 through 2025 game average statistics per game, okay? So this past season, she was averaging per game 25.2 points, 4.6 rebounds, 4.6 assists with a field goal percentage of 45.1. She is superior in contrast, to MiLaysia Fulwiley in every single metric, right? Okay, so again, MiLaysia Fulwiley, she was averaging per game 11.7 points. Ta'Niya is 25.2, okay? Rebounds, MiLaysia Fulwiley 2.8. Ta'Niya Latson 4.6 for assists. Ta'Niya Latson 4.6. For MiLaysia Fulwiley, just 2. Field goal percentage, MiLaysia Fulwiley is at 42.6%, whereas Ta'Niya Latson, she rises above that as well. She is 45.1% field goal percentage. Now, looking at their style of play in both of their games, both of them, I wouldn't say overall they're like hesitant to take 3-pointers. Okay, they do, they miss, more than they make. Okay, again, we all can't be Steph Curry. That's something that comes with more time and grade, more time, experience, and practice. Eventually, they're gonna figure it out. Okay, again, everybody can't be Steph Curry, but they both, from what I sense from watching their games, they both prefer to get points in the paint. Okay, now MiLaysia Fulwiley, she had 2 more inches over Ta'Niya Latson, but again, according to these statistics, Ta'Niya Latson was just an overachiever. Okay, her points percentage, okay, her points per average per game is up there with Juju Watkins. It's at 25.2, whereas MiLaysia Fulwiley is only at 11.7. Again, this is not to knock MiLaysia Fulwiley. Again, you got to talk about everything else. Again, Dawn Staley appreciates seniority. The average playing time for both of these ladies this past season, Ta'Niya Latson was in the 30-something minute range, 30, 31, 32, 33 minutes. MiLaysia Fulwiley at most was like 18 minutes per game. You can't really score that many points if you just are not on that floor. As a player, when you have a cap on your minutes, okay, when you only get averaging like 10 points per game, only had 11 minutes on the court, compared to a player who had 31, 32, 33 minutes on the court, of course, it makes sense for you to not have as much points per game per average. But again, Dawn Staley's words on Ta'Niya Latson, I think you can also apply it to MiLaysia Fulwiley. MiLaysia Fulwiley is a fierce competitor. I see her as a leader. I see her as someone who just does not just score for herself, but she also has the ability to put her teammates in a position for them to also score. So again, Dawn Staley has acquired a gym, and Kim Mulkey has acquired a gym. Again, it'll be very interesting to see what these young ladies can do in this upcoming collegiate level basketball season. Okay, of course, that ain't until November, but today, guys, is a WNBA's preseason games. I just want to make a video because I'm so excited. Okay, I hate that it's back to back. Okay, of course, number one tonight, we got the Dallas Wings. They're going to be up there in Vegas, okay, matching up the Las Vegas Aces. What's the girl named Dana Evans? Okay, she was my problem child. She used to be a skyscraper last season. She got traded to the Aces. She will not be playing in this game, okay? They said that she had some sort of lower leg injury, I believe. So I want to see. I was really curious to see what Dana Evans had to give. Okay, I'm like, okay, maybe she just didn't fit in with our, our coaching system, our staff. Maybe it was too cold out there in Chicago. Maybe she's someone who prefers the heat of Las Vegas, Nevada. Maybe, she's going to bring that heat on the court, but she out because it's just so many injuries, right? And of course we get to see Paige Beckers, make her debut in the WNBA. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. You're going to be able to see Dejanay Carrington playing alongside her girlfriend, Alyssa Smith. It's just so much talent that's about to happen, okay? Of course, we get to say A'ja Wilson. We ain't seen this woman touch it. She wasn't unrivaled, okay? And that's her prerogative. That's her choice. She wants to break. She was out there with her boyfriend, following him around on the world tour, Bam, okay, who plays for the Miami Heat in the NBA. Okay, and then, of course, right after that, my Chicago Sky, we about to go down there in Baton Rouge again, okay? It's just so much excitement, okay, tonight in women's basketball as it pertains to the WNBA. So, again, collegiate level, I'm still going to cover, college basketball news here and there. But, again, guys, the W is back, and the W is about to take over. Shout out to both Ta'Niya Latson and MiLaysia Fulwiley, a.k.a. Lay Gon' Lay It In. Again, I'm excited for both of these young ladies come November. I can't wait to see what they're going to do for their respective teams in women's college basketball this upcoming 2025 through 2026 season.